everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today at our 2020 virtual open house and ribbon cutting ceremony for Lutheran Services Florida. Today, we're celebrating the LSF program serving Sarasota and the surrounding counties to include the LSF Adult Advocacy, Comprehensive Refugee Services, and Child Welfare Case Management. We want to thank you so much for joining us today as we are celebrating this wonderful virtual event today. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Brittany Jennings. I'm with the Seniors Blue Book serving Manatee, Sarasota, and Charlotte counties. And now I'd like to introduce my co-host, Matt Matichek.
Hey, thanks, Brittany, and thanks everyone for coming out today. I am Matt Matichek. I am the owner and attorney at the Matichek Law Firm here in Sarasota. Like Brittany, I'm also a member of the Ambassador Board supporting Lutheran Services Florida's community outreach, helping out with events such as this. I'd like to thank, of course, again, seconding Brittany, all of you for coming out. It's a virtual event. It's a little different. I hope we can see you in person when we get to the after times, so to speak. But in the meantime, we're proud to have you with us here online today. And I'd certainly like to thank our sponsors for making this event possible and making it possible to do it in a virtual format. Most importantly, our Hope Level sponsor, the Midyet Dutois team at Keller Williams Realty Select. Thank you so much for supporting Lutheran Services Florida's efforts and making this possible. To keep things interesting and to say thank you again for coming out, I think we might do a couple giveaways today as well. Brittany, what do you think?
That's right. I think we're going to give away 3 today, and that's going to be Amazon gift cards. And we're super excited about that because, as you guys know, the holidays are coming up.
That sounds good. I think we should pick the first one now.
Let's do it. So this was the people that are included in this giveaway are the pre-registered people that have joined the event. So we want to thank you for pre-registering with us. And Matt, a little bit of a drum roll, please. And who was our first winner of our number 1 gift card?
Our first winner is Dorothy Blake. Congratulations, Dorothy. $50 Amazon gift card coming your way. It's a digital code. We will email that to you. And congrats again. 2 more giveaways coming during this event. So stay tuned and keep watching.
If you'd like to know more about how you can get involved in supporting Lutheran Services Florida in the Sarasota region, please email makeadifference@lsfnet.org. You can also see that across Matt's screen. Matt, I am going to move this party along. We're super excited because we have a couple of distinguished speakers today. We have former DCF Secretary Mike Carroll and Judge Lee Hayworth. So, Matt, are you ready to get on to those speakers?
I'm ready. Let's get it going, Brittany.
And Matt, we still have 2 pre-selected, pre-registered guests with us that are going to win Amazon gift cards. So
that's right.
Please stay tuned and let's go ahead and jump over to the next speaker.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sam Sipes, President and CEO of Lutheran Services Florida, and I would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you to this virtual open house. I really wish that we could all meet in person, but during times of global pandemic, we make compromises, and this is one that we felt like was in the best interest of everyone in order to keep people healthy and safe. So hopefully we'll have a chance to get together in person sometime in the near future. Lutheran Services Florida is a statewide nonprofit dedicated to helping the most vulnerable Floridians. Our mission statement is that we provide help, healing, and hope to people in need in the name of Jesus Christ. And we do that through over 60 programs throughout the state of Florida. We do lots of things. And you're going to hear a whole lot more in detail about some of the things that we do here in Sarasota and some of the things we've been doing for over 30 years here in the Sarasota community. So I'm excited that you'll have an opportunity to learn more about us if you don't already know about us. I'd also like to tell you that organizations like Lutheran Services Florida are really dependent upon community support. It's really a critical component in order for us to be able to do the work that we do to help people in need. And in order to make that happen, we've set up ambassador boards around the state of Florida. We've got one here in Sarasota, for example, that's been meeting and has really done a fantastic job. In fact, last year, our ambassador board raised over $15,000 to help Sarasota families. And we're extremely grateful to the entire board, but I'd also like to extend a special thank you to the chair of the Sarasota Ambassador Board, Alexis. She's really done a fantastic job, and you're going to hear from her in a little while. At this point, again, I'd like to welcome you all, and I'm going to turn the virtual podium over to Pastor Ken Blythe of St. Armand's Key Lutheran Church, a church that has been a strong supporter and ally of LSF over the years, and we're very grateful for that support. And Pastor, please take it away.
Thank you, Sam. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's pray. Good and loving God, one of your saints told us that you have no eyes to see this world, but our eyes, and no hands to do good in this world, but our hands, and no feet to walk this world, but our feet. So we ask you this day to use our eyes, hands, and feet in the most wonderful way a person can possibly be used, as an instrument of your healing, your grace, your love, your dignity. Use us, Lord, as your instruments. And as we gather to cut the ribbon in this wonderful place today, our prayer is that this place might allow us to live out that Micah mandate, that because of this place, and in this place, and through this place, and through us here gathered, we might do justice and love kindness and walk humbly with you, our God. We ask this in your great and glorious name. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Ken and the folks at St. Armand's Key Lutheran Church for all you do to bring hope and healing to the folks in our community right here in Sarasota. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Mike Carroll. I'm the Executive Vice President of Programs here at Lutheran. I'm a relative newbie. I've only been here 2 years. Prior to my time with Lutheran, I was with the Department of Children and Families, where I served in similar programs for more than 29 years. The last 5 years there, I was the Secretary of Children and Families. So these are programs and services that I've come to know very well over the years. This open house was planned many months ago, and we were excited to do it because I like to say that we're Sarasota's best kept secret. We've been providing services in Sarasota for a very long time, and I think doing our part to make Sarasota a more vibrant community as well. But a lot of folks don't know that. But like many other events, COVID has wreaked havoc on many of the things we do, including our operations. And so we had to cancel that open house, and here we are virtually. So thanks for attending. I did want to share with you that the services that we're talking about that Lutheran provides in Sarasota, we've been doing them for a long time. Even before our inception in 1982, Lutheran Ministries was providing services to refugees in this state, starting really in the early 1970s. And it really picked up intensity in 1980 during the Mariel boat lift, when 125,000 Cubans and more than 25,000 Haitians were brought to this country and really needed assistance assimilating into a brand new country, learning the language, finding employment. And that's really what was the basis for forming Lutheran Services back in 1982. And we have been providing those services to refugee families who've been relocating to the United States ever since, including in the Sarasota community. The folks that we serve through refugee services are folks who have immigrated here legally, and really what they are looking for is help really just assimilating into the community. For those who don't already know how to speak English, that's our first chore, is to help them to learn the new language. Many of them come with skills, some of them not so much, and so we have to help folks be prepared to find and retain employment, to find housing, to make sure if they have children with them, that those children are engaged in ongoing education. So it's really about helping these folks become fully participating, tax-paying people in our community. And we think, quite frankly, it's this level of diversity over a couple of centuries that has made America the country it is today. And so we're very proud of the work that we do. We've expanded that work in Sarasota recently because we have opened up a shelter for youth who are here unaccompanied. And it's the same thing. We have these youth for a short period of time before they're placed with sponsors all throughout the country. And we provide a safe and loving haven for these folks for 30 to maybe 60 days. We provide them with educational opportunities. We make sure that they're in good health, both physically and mentally, because they've been through a lot and they've experienced a lot of trauma in their life. But mostly, I think what we help to do is restore hope, to these kids so that when they come to us, they're scared and they don't know what to expect. And hopefully when they leave us, they leave with the hope that they can be the best person that God intended them to be. And if we can do that for any young person, then that's a win for us. And so we're so excited to be in that line of work now in Sarasota. The other thing that we've been engaged in Sarasota for a better part of 3 decades is what we call adult advocacy, formerly known as the guardianship program. And this is a program that works with disabled folks, although mostly elderly. It's disabled or elderly, but primarily elderly. And it's folks who've gotten to a point in their life where they really can't make decisions on their own anymore and need assistance from everything from paying their bills to protecting their income and assets, what little resources they have. Most of the folks that we serve are poor or have limited resources. And so it's important that they have some level of quality of life. Most of them are in some type of assisted living facility. And for many, we're their only connection to the outside world. And so while we provide services much like an adult child would provide for their parent who is in a similar situation, I think what we do on a personal basis beyond the tasks that we perform every day is we become these folks' personal connection to the world. We become their friends. We provide them with the quality of life that they wouldn't otherwise have, because it's about relationships. If you talk to any of our folks who actually perform this work, you'll be amazed at the stories they can tell and the relationships we've formed with some of the folks that they've served through the years. It's really a remarkable thing. And so we're very proud of the work that we do there, because we believe that we protect many of the seniors right here in your community and provide them with a dignity and quality of life that they might not otherwise have without us. So it's really important work. And then finally, we're also in child welfare. So we really have the whole gamut. In child welfare, we provide intensive case management services to kids who have been abused or neglected, some who have been removed from their home and have been brought into foster care. We work in partnership with the Safe Children's Coalition, have for many years, although we have just started providing case management services in direct partnership with the Safe Children's Coalition relatively recently. So you can tell from the depth and breadth of services we provide, we really provide services from cradle to grave. Right here in Sarasota and around the state, and we're proud of the work that we do. We can't do this work without the help of folks in the community. We have a great advisory board that was recently put together with representatives throughout your community, many of them who run their own businesses, but assist us in really setting direction and priorities for us in this community, and we're proud of that. We have so many key partnerships in the community, whether it be with the courts, with the Safe Children's Coalition, with all of our service providers, with employers. We work with employers every day in Sarasota County, making sure that our folks that we serve get opportunities to get out there and work and do the job. And so we're so grateful for the support that we have gotten through the years from our stakeholders, because we believe that without that partnership, we wouldn't be where we are today. So hopefully after today, I still like to think we're going to be Sarasota's best kept secret, but let's hope we're not as big a secret. but we're going to continue to provide these services. And just thank you for being part of this.
DCF did step in and petitioned with the court, and the court did end up appointing Lutheran Services Adult Advocacy as legal guardian for this man. We were able to step in and stop the exploitation that was going on initially, and we were able to help this man. I think the common misconception is that the exploitation only happens to the older people that are in nursing homes already, or, you know, just the older people that may have dementia, but it's not true. Here at Lutheran Services, we see that it can happen to people of all ages.
We have an employee, Vaughn Dowling, who is just, she's the definition of the LSF mission. She is so caring, she's so compassionate. Her dedication to her families goes back to her core. She recently ran into a 27-year-old man who she has been waiting to give a life book to since he was 4 years old. And she was so excited to be able to finally give him this life book. And they hugged, and she talked about how tightly he held it to his chest and how much it meant to him. She sent me the pictures, and they were just amazing. And I mean, this is the kind of person that we have working for us at LSF, and she's not the only one. She might be the only one with that longevity, which we appreciate, but she spreads that around, and she mentors without having to be a mentor, and so that it grows in the office, and you can feel it when you walk in.
My name is Pavel Martinez Beber. I came from Cuba in 2016. My background, I used to be a nurse in Cuba for 16 years. So as soon as I got here, I decided to go through about it. You know, I said, okay, this is gonna be my goal. I'm gonna be a nurse again in US. They went with me, they just side by side helping me. But beside that, it was like we will help you with all of the other issue, with my wife, with my son, with everything, find a job. You know, they were in touch with me for all the paperwork. If you need any support, like a food, clothes, or anything that you need and you're worried about, just come to us. It was amazing. So yes, in 2019, I was able to get my RN license back. I was so happy. They helped me with the paperwork. It was a huge, I have to say, it was a huge help from them, huge one. I get a job at SRN in Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and I started my new journey here in US as RN. So yes, thank you, Lutheran. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
Brittany, are you at the beach right now?
Yes, Matt, I am. Are you in the Galapagos?
I think so. You know, 10 minutes ago, I was in my office, and now I'm here. The beauty of these virtual events, right?
Well, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for staying tuned. This is Brittany and Matt, of course, and we want to get back into the sponsors. Again, the reason why this whole event was able to be put on is due to LSF and these wonderful sponsors. And then, Matt, we're going to jump into the next giveaway.
That sounds good. Might jump into the water while I'm here, too. How about yourself?
That's right. I didn't bring my bathing suit, but you know what? You only live once, YOLO.
That's true. Virtual events make it fun. We'd also like to thank our help level sponsors, Assisting Hands Home Care, Hancock Whitney, and First Citizens Bank. Thanks for supporting us today, for supporting Lutheran Services Florida, and again, for making this virtual open house possible.
So, Matt, what do you say that we get some excitement going and we give away another $50 gift card?
Here we go.
All right. So
Janet Blair,
woohoo!
our next winner. Congratulations, Janet.
Let's go ahead and head back over to the speakers for this open house.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brittany.
Hi, I'm Lee Hayworth. I'm a circuit judge, I've retired, but I've taken senior status, so I get to do some judging. I've been acquainted with some form of Lutheran services for over 25 years. It has grown to provide services for refugees, at-risk children, and it helps families suffering with addiction and suicide issues. Like most of the state of Florida, Sarasota County has an elderly population. Lutheran Services is called upon to provide guardianships for many of our indigent and infirm elders. These are our neighbors, folks who have been abandoned or neglected by family and friends, and whose lives may depend upon the medical oversight and financial stability provided by Lutheran Services guardians. It's not easy to be a court-appointed guardian. This is done through our probate court. Guardians must file reports on the ward's status, conduct welfare visits, and often contend with contentious, often antagonistic relatives, people who do not always have the ward's best interest at heart. It can be a thankless job, but one that fills a critical need and makes our community a more caring and compassionate place to live. Someone once said the moral test of government is how that government treats those who are in the dawn of life, the children, those who are in the twilight of life, the elderly, and those who are in the shadow of life, the sick, the needy, and the handicapped. Lutheran Services helps the court with all of those. Thanks for all you do for our most vulnerable citizens, the elderly, and especially the children, who will experience the protective environment of your new Sarasota Dream Center. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alexis Nguyen. I'm the chair of the LSF Ambassador Board in Sarasota. On behalf of the Ambassador Board, thank you for joining us in celebrating this exciting LSF open house. We wish we could meet you all in person. However, due to the coronavirus pandemic, we thought it was safer for everyone to have a virtual open house instead. I am connected to LSF in values and in many ways. In 1979, a few years after the fall of Saigon, and my father was released from the communist regime re-education concentration camps, my parents committed to fleeing Vietnam to seek for a better future and freedom. My parents knew how our lives would turn out if we were to remain in Vietnam. Constant harassment from the communist police. They could put any one of us in concentration camps again at any given time and for no reason. Extreme poverty, even though my father was a physician, and by this time, we experienced how my mom's family wealth was diminished within a few days. While my father was in re-education camp, my mother was left to raise 7 small children on her own, relying on the black market. On New Year's Eve, my family and relatives of 15 people fled quietly in the darkness on a small boat while people were celebrating the New Year's. I am the first generation refugee. During the Vietnam War, an American physician and a commander trained my father in flight surgery. And in a short period, they became very close friends. In 1980, my father's American friend, through the help of the Catholic Charities for Refugee Resettlement, similar to what LSF does, placed us in Cincinnati, Ohio. After a career in healthcare executive management at large companies, about 8 years ago, my calling came to me. I embarked on a new career path and one of social entrepreneurship. Pouring my own personal savings into the business, I started a company, Assisting Hands Gulf Coast, a home care agency to provide care at home to seniors, adults, and children with disabilities. I started the company with 2 people and have grown the business to over 340 employees. We have a purpose and we know what it is. It is with this background that I became involved with Lutheran Services Florida. LSF values and vision to create safe children Strong families and vibrant communities resonate with my own personal values and conviction, as well as those of the Ambassador Board members. The goals and objectives of the Ambassador Board are to promote LSF work of helping those in need in the Sarasota area, raise funds to carry out the different community events and initiatives, such as delivering meals to seniors during Thanksgiving, and engage the community to join us in our mission. Thank you for celebrating with us today. And now we'd like to share with you the video of our recent ribbon cutting ceremony for LSF new office location for its Sarasota Adult Advocacy and Refugee Services programs.
Hi, my name is Ross Dietrich. I'm the Director of Development for Lutheran Services Florida. Welcome to those of you who are tuning in online. I'd like to thank the Sarasota Chamber for supporting this event. And of course, I'd like to thank our Sarasota Community Ambassador Board for their faithful support and advocacy on behalf of our programs and the clients in need whom we serve. And with that, I'd like to invite Ivis and Takesha to please cut the ribbon.
Hey everyone, it's Brittany and Matt back again. Thanks for coming out today. Thanks for watching. Not over yet. We still have another giveaway and of course some more commentary. Brittany, I have to say your commentary has been out of this world this entire broadcast. It's been an absolute delight to co-host this event with you. So thank you. It's been a lot of fun.
Matt, ditto to you. I mean, honestly, couldn't pick a better co-host. We want to thank the rest of our sponsors for making this event possible. Neil Scott, attorney and counselor at law, Consult Partners, and of course, Matt, last but not least, the Matichek Law Firm.
It's been my pleasure, Brittany. It really has.
Well, you know what else is a pleasure, Matt, is giving another giveaway away. And so we'd like to announce our final Amazon $50 gift card. And again, of course, I'm going to request a little bit of audience participation, a little bit of a drum roll.
There it is. All right. And our final winner is Lindsay Wolf. Congratulations,
Woo!
Lindsay.
All the winners today, Dorothy Blake, Janet Blair, and Lindsay Wolf, you're going to receive in the next week a code from LSF. and that's going to give you the information that you need to redeem your gift card. So again, congratulations on the gift cards. We also, again, want to thank the sponsors for making this event possible. And Matt, as you and I have been involved in the Community Ambassador Board, we want to share with people, if you email makeadifference@lsfnet.org, then you can learn from the team at LSF how you can get more involved in supporting Lutheran Services Florida in the Sarasota region. And it's brought, I know, Matt, you can speak to this too, us each a lot of joy. And again, we're all here to serve and help the community. So any way that we can, it's a great team to be involved in.
That's right. They've got some great programs. I certainly feel that was reflected here today in this open house. Hopefully you got that sense as well. If you want to learn more about what you heard today or how to get involved or just about the LSF programs generally, do reach out to this email address. Folks are going to be happy to get back with you and would welcome your outreach and support.
Thank you so much, everybody, for attending this first LSF open house event virtually. Matt, again, it's been such a pleasure with you as co-host partners here. And we want to thank LSF for allowing us, and it's a privilege to be a part of their mission.
Thank you, Brittany. It's been fun.